Welcome, have a nice day. Today is Monday, 22nd of January 2024. This day is celebrated Wellington Anniversary Day. Located on the New Zealand's North Island, this vibrant city boasts a stunning harbour, a thriving arts scene, and a rich cultural heritage. From the history point of view, the Ganeshwar Assembly was set up in 1946 with Dr. Rajendra Prasad as its president of drafting a constitution for India when the country will achieve freedom. An objective resolution was moved by Jawaharlal Nehru on the 13th of December 1946 and unanimously adopted on 22nd of January, that is today, on 1947. Starting the newspaper analysis with the newspaper, The Hindu states that Russia takes a village in Ukraine's Kharkiv region, defense minister says. Russian forces have taken control of the village of Krahmelny in the Ukraine's Kharkiv region, Russia's defense minister said on Sunday, and a Ukrainian military spokesperson confirmed that Kyiv's forces had withdrawn. Moscow says its forces have regained the initiative in many areas. A general view of the shows a building heavily damaged by Russian missile strike aimed Russian attack on Ukraine in the central Kharkiv, Ukraine on January 17, 2024. The Hindu newspaper also states that Palestinian death toll in Gaza surpasses 25,000 while the prolonged war divides Israelis. The conflict has divided our ordinary Israelis and their leaders, while the offensive threatens to ignite a wider war. An Israeli mobile artillery unit fires a shell from the southern Israel towards the Gaza Strip in a position near the Israel-Gaza border on January 14, 2024. The Hindu newspaper also states that President Sisi says Egypt will not allow any threat to Somalia or its security. Egypt president said on January 21st that yesterday it would not allow any threat to Somalia after Ethiopia said it would consider recognition any independence claim by Somaliland in a deal that would give it access to a seaport. Relations between Egypt and Ethiopia were we share use of Nile River. In the newspaper also states that a more scenic Taj Mahal and a cleaner Yamuna soon using treated Delhi sewage. An upcoming sewage treatment plant in the southeast Delhi could improve the quality and quantity of the Yamuna waters flowing into the Mathura and Agra, including the stretch behind the Taj Mahal. Agra birds fly over the Yamuna River as the sun rises behind the Taj Mahal in Agra, Uttar Pradesh. What the Indian Express newspaper states that meet Punjab's drones Didis, a rural woman set for a career as a drone pilot's woman. Women from various different backgrounds and educational qualifications, from those who stopped at the class 10 to those who have postgraduate degrees, apply to be trained as drone pilots. Bina Admi Ton Udan Wali Vastu, an object that file is unmanned, is all that Kiran Pal Kaur, 34, knew about drones until just a few months ago. The drone Didi scheme was launched after the Prime Minister announced it during his Independence Day speech last year. Indian Express also states that in a letter to Prime Minister Modi, President Draupadi Murmu calls the Ram Temple consecration an expression of an eternal soul of India. President Draupadi Murmu also mentions Lord Ram's message for treating everyone with love and dignity in respect of their social background, and how it also appealed to the intellect of path-breaking thinkers. President Draupadi Murmu. Indian Express also states that Justice Varale, a public spiritual, charged with the Ambedkar connection. As Chief Justice of Karnataka High Court since October 2022, he has been known to initiate several suo motu cases in the public interest before his move to the Karnataka High Court. He served as the judge of the Bombay High Court for around 14 years. Down to the earth and public spirited, this is how lawyers at the Karnataka High Court described Justice Prasanna B. Varale, who the Supreme Court Collegium on Friday recommended for elevation to the top court. Justice Prasna B. Varale. Indian Express also states that security beefed up in Kolkata as city gears up for Shobha Yatra's Mamta's Al Faith Rally. Kolkata police has deployed 3,500 police personnel, including assistant commissioner ranked officers in the city, with the additional forces being put on a standby in each region under its jurisdiction, sources said. West Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee says that. Going towards the Hindustan Times newspaper states that all 11 convicts in Bilkis Bano case surrender in Gujarat. All 11 convicts in the Bilkis Bano case surrendered late Sunday night at the Godara sub-jail in Gujarat's Panchmahal district after the Supreme Court denied to extend the deadline. The Supreme Court had on January 8 overturned the release of 11 convicts in the Bilkis Bano case and ordered that they return to prison in 2 weeks from the date of the order. The Hindustan Times also states that upcoming budget session may be smooth but combative. Parliament, the last one before the Lok Sabha polls, is likely to be contentious as the opposition is intent on participating in discussions to corner the government before the elections. Lawmakers in the Rajya Sabha during the budget session of Parliament in New Delhi on April 6, 2023. Hindustan Times also states that India-European Union set for the 7th round of the free trade talks next month. The trade negotiation was launched in June 17, 2022 by Commerce Minister Piyush Goyal and European Commission Executive Vice President Valdis Dombrovskis. India and the European Union will hold the 7th round of negotiation over the proposed free trade pact in the mid-February, which will cover matters related to the services and investments. After the discussion on good and public procurements in the previous round, two people aware of the developments said. Going towards the economy of the country from the business point of view, tax swaps for low-income slabs, higher capex likely in budget. The budget session in Parliament, last of the 17th Lok Sabha, will be held between January 31st and February 9. The interim budget will be presented by the Sitharaman on the February 1st. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman. World Trade Organization dispute a settlement body revival faces delays over the country differences GTRI. This comes as a 164-member World Trade Organization WTO is set together next month in Abu Dhabi for the 13th Ministerial Conference to resolve different issues such as reforms in dispute settlement mechanisms, agriculture-related matters, among the other key issues. GTRI said that the balancing India's demands for an appellate body, SNDT, special and differential treatment provisions and fairness, while addressing other members' concerns including the transparency and legal certainty, will require significant compromise and negotiations. India, United States addressing Panun controversy. Tesla awaits EV electric vehicle policy for entry. Mukesh Aghi. On the much anticipated electric vehicle major Tesla entry into the India, Aghi, who was in India briefly to participate in the vibrant Gujarat summit, recently said that there is no discussion on the same, as Tesla is awaiting India's electric vehicle policy, and that the company's entry would involve a strong chip manufacturing ecosystem and not just a battery ecosystem, edited experts. Mukesh Aghi, President and Chief Executive Officer of the United States-India Strategic Partnership Forum. Going over the world news, including India to send industry delegation for copper mining opportunities in Zambia. Officials report at least 25 died in the shelling of a market in Ukraine's Donetsk. Murderer Piro, president faces fiery backlash in slain protesters' hometown. Brutally cold weather storm led at last 61 deaths in the United States. Nikki Haley questions Trump's mental fitness after he appears to confuse her for Nancy Pelosi. Israel's Netanyahu rejects any Palestinian sovereignty in the post-war Gaza, rebuffing Biden. At last, this is going towards the science and technology. A plant that flowers underground is news to science, but not Borneo. The Pampinga subterranea is one of 74 plants that scientists from the Royal Botanic Gardens, Kew in London, Named last year as the new to science, thrilling some in the botany world. The botanists who went plant hunting in the Southeast Asia 6 years ago were not expecting to find it. In an undated photo provided by Augusti Randi, where Royal Botanic Gardens cuve the fruit of the Pinagana subterranea, which flowers underground revealed by digging the palm Pinagana subterranea. Sorry, it is a botanical name. Is one of the 74 plants the scientists from the Royal Botanic Gardens Kew in London and named as new to science last year. Augusti Rondi via Royal Botanic Gardens Kew via the New York Times. No sales for editorial use, only with the Night Story, a sludged Borneo plant by Mike Eves and Hasia Nindritra for the January 2024. 4 astronauts, including Turkey's first, arrive at space station. Both the Crew Dragon vessel and the Falcon 9 rocket that carried to orbit were supplied, launched, and operated by Elon Musk's SpaceX under the contract with the Axiom, as they were in the first 2 Axiom missions to the ISS since 2022. A 4-man crew, including Turkey's first astronaut, arrived at the International Space Station early on the Saturday for a 2-week stay in the latest such mission arranged entirely at the commercial expenses by Texas. Planners call for the Axiom 3 crew to spend roughly 14 days in microgravity, conducting more than 30 scientific experiments, many of them focused on the effects of the space flight on human health and disease. Why this space astrorobotics peregrine fails Japan's moon sweeping lands. Pittsburgh-based company lost contact with the astrobiotics peregrine moon lander while the Japan's SLIM mission made it to the moon. Astrorobotic peregrine mission first is the first U.S. Commercial robotic launch to the moon. At last, this is a famous quotation said by William Wordsworth, whose birth anniversary is 7 April 1770 up to 23 April 1850, was an English romantic poet who, with the Samuel Taylor Coleridge, helped to launch the Romantic Age in the English literature with their joint publication Lyrical Ballads in 1798. Mr. William Wordsworth says a famous quotation. He says that poetry is the first and last of all knowledge. It is as immortal as the heart of man. He also says that life is divided into 3 terms: that which was, which is, and which will be. Let us learn from the past to profit by the present, and from the present to live the better in the future. Okay, thank you.